So, today, we're gonna do pink. Okay, but we're not doing pink in the way that you might think, although we might be. Pink. Valentine's Day is almost coming up. I have to do my Valentine's Day looks. They bring me so much joy. But listen, we're not going to do it. We're not doing a pink eye. We're going to do pink accents. This is going to be a way to do your most classic look that makes you feel the most beautiful. I'm going to do mine. It's all different for everyone. But then we're just going to add little spices and splashes, tiny splashes of pink. So deep in the night last night, I went back to my makeup room. I snuck up here. And I found something really cool. We're going to want it. I promise we're going to want it. So Kiko Milano has this pearly eye base. Think of it as a hidden frost. And then I also used it a different way yesterday, and that was underneath my eyes to add a little bit of luminosity, and it worked perfectly. So we're putting on this base, and you can see it's quite pearly and frosty. So we're already going to have kind of a lit from within glow. I honestly, I'm giddy. I'm so happy I tried this. I think it's so much fun. And then in a minute, I'll come back and put a little bit underneath my eyes. We're still going to use our C31 to apply it. Look at how pretty that is. Most of my time is spent relocating eyeshadows that have ran away. I was feeling nostalgic and I wanted to use MAC Soft Brown and MAC Malt on my lid. Some of you might not know what that is, but some of you are clutching your pearls and going, oh, memories, because I know I am. So I'm going to take that, which is MAC Soft Brown, taking that on an E28. Okay, you want to know something really wild? So it feels pretty cool to be using our brush instead of a MAC brush with one of my favorite MAC eyeshadows. I can't even express to you that feeling. It's really awesome to think about. So think of, I mean, the shape, obviously it's a very classic shape, but it's a 217 on another level. So there's a shadow I was looking for, and I don't even think I have it anymore, and it was MAC A Little Foley. I used to wear that. So I would wear Texture, which I couldn't find either. So I'm looking for two shadows, which I know Texture's still around. I'm about to order it, but I don't think A Little Foley is. So any of my MAC friends, if you'll have that stash, DM me. And I'm not going to be using these today. These are discontinued. These were super limited edition, but who remembers these MAC palettes? That's some of the prettiest packaging I've ever seen. I still love it. So one was this. And they're discontinued. That's what MAC does. And then there was this highlighter palette. Ooh, let's swatch that really quickly. Oh, that's pretty. You can tell that formulas have definitely advanced. And I love that about makeup. And then there was this cooler tone one. Ooh. But yeah, super nostalgic. This shade actually reminds me a lot of A Little Foley. So we're gonna grab this. I'm sorry to palette hop, but I wasn't going to, but here we are, hopping around. So I'm just gonna push that into the socket. I like to leave my eye open and do this. That way I don't bring it up too high. And then I'm just using the tip of the brush to tap and transition it into soft brown. And then these are, I've talked about this before, but these are, I love this palette. What I'm trying to say is these are very delicate mattes, so they get over blended very, very quickly. But the benefit of a delicate matte is that you get really nice pigment quickly. The only problem is you really have to be mindful of where you're picking it up on the brush and how you're placing it. Grabbing my Bioderma micellar water, C30. Let's go to town here. Get in there, get that carve going. Gene. Good gosh. I'm just gonna let this run so y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna wipe it on Sheila. Y'all ever wondered why I did Sheila. It's because I didn't want to just do a t-shirt, and y'all wanted something, you know, something merch. But I thought I'd do something actually helpful and something you can always have, because we wear a sweatshirt, not that often, but we always have Sheila with us. And it's just so cute. And if you've ever wondered why I named it Sheila. So Sheila's getting framed. Sheila was my original pink makeup towel, and I just started calling it Sheila, and I just thought it was hysterical. And then it became our thing, and now we all have a Sheila. Now let's get some more of our pearly base here. And if you're wondering why didn't I just leave the lid bare, it's because sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing. I never plan these. I don't know if y'all know that, but I don't ever plan these stories. I just come in here and I'm like pink. And then I still don't know. I have an idea, but only as I walk in my makeup room. And then I start painting, and then I have a vision. So then that's why I just always put base on. I don't know if I want to do, you know, something more blown out and smoky, graphic. I don't know. All right, so now we have a negative space glow over here. See that? That's fun. So all I did is we're gonna take our base all the way across. Whee! Grabbing some more. I have it on the back of my hand, by the way. We'll have to build it up in just a second. Stay tuned, don't go nowhere. Let's grab malt, grab it on E28, pack it on the lid. But what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna take it all the way up. I leave a little bit of negative space. So fun. And then just keep packing that on the lid, all the way over here, all the way over here. Now we're gonna grab our E26 in the same Kiko base, and I'm just gonna add a little bit more and perfect. And if you take it down, it's so much easier to cover that with the malt eyeshadow than it is anything else. Ooh, that's so pretty to me. They're ruckusing again. I wouldn't have it any other way. And just to give a little bit more of a juicy look, I have a little bit of base still on my C31, but very small amount. I'm just gonna take that through here. I'm stamping it there. Look how pretty that is, just a highlight in there. Pretty, okay. That took a turn, I'm sorry. I didn't expect this, but I love this glowy, peaky situation. Now I'm gonna try to keep my wing under control, but one thing about Rose, she likes a big old batty wing, and I have for years, and I cannot be trusted. I am going to use gel liner in an E26, but you know what I do like to do is I actually like to connect. I love connecting it, and when I mean connecting it, I'm connecting it to the eyeshadow there. I just think it looks so nice. Okay, whee. Okay, I'm doing a good job. I'm keeping it under control. And what I mean by under control is I like a big thick wing, so I'll just keep on. But I do want to try to keep this one a little bit thin. We got a lot of control with our E26 here because it is bent. And I really see this as the year of gel liner coming back into, I guess, into style in a sense. I was saying, I really feel that gel liner is going to be more mainstream than it has been in years. And the reason why is because we look at it and it's very intimidating, but there's nothing that you have more control over. The texture of gel liner, it doesn't creep. And what I mean creep is I get older, I'm having a lot more texture on my lids. And if I use a certain pen, even pencils, they want to kind of just go in that little bit of crepiness. It wants to creep around my eye. The way that it flows with the brush, I don't think it should have went anywhere, honestly, especially for beginners. It's very intimidating because it's two different things, right? We have to have a brush with it, but it's so easy. And I find that I have more control. And what I mean by that is I don't just absolutely go to town with a big, huge wing. I'm able to kind of build it and have more control. I won't say control anymore, but don't sleep. And I'm not going to hype up the gel liner without hyping up the E26. Listen, I don't know if y'all know this. I'm not going to go into too many details. I had our Rose and Ben Beauty prototypes for 2 years before I even agreed to anything, before I released it. There were 2 years of me using brushes, different iterations of that brush, and perfecting that brush. I didn't do an eyeshadow palette. I didn't do the normal route. I think I did a more difficult route because people are like, brushes, I already have those. But this is a fantastic brush, and there's more than one way to use it, and I do teach that daily, but please don't sleep on the E26. I'm definitely going to add some lashes, and I'm about to, but there's another bonus to gel liner, and that's how dark your lash line can be. A lot of times with liquid liners, we have a harder time getting it on the lashes. So there's that separation between our lash to our mascara. Gel liner gets right in there. These are my Libre lashes in style number 4. I think that this is my favorite style. So I'm putting, you can tell there, I'm putting the eye base underneath here as well. Just for a lit from within glow. Concealer's gonna go on top. And if you have dark circles, you could still color correct and then put this on top. Just make sure that your color corrector is completely dried down. Think of this as that Becca. Remember the Becca one? I think it's still around. I didn't love it because it honestly wasn't even enough to go under concealer. And then it wasn't really great on top. Not my thing. Some of you probably love it, and I love that. We all love different things. Okay, let's let it dry down. So before we move on, I want to talk about these 2 blushes. Y'all know I love this one, and then we have this one from RMS, which I've used before. So 213 Deli, which I've talked about before. Very quickly, this is not an ad. It would say ad, and I'm not affiliated. I'm not making money in any way off this. It's really because I get to show you that the C41 can go from cream to powder back. That's not what I'm saying. But we've talked about 213 Deli, and let me explain it a little bit more. So what 213 Deli is, it's a text to buy. So they're going to text you every Thursday. That's when products drop. Products like these, things that I absolutely love. We actually did do a collab with them a couple months ago now, where we did the C41 and the About Face blush. So they do really, really cool pairings, and you don't have to pay if you don't want to buy it. It's kind of like giving you ideas. It's a weekly idea of things that you might want to add to your makeup collection. And I think that that's really cool. So really quickly, you're going to get this RMS cream blush. This is the shade Demure. I've definitely used these before. I think I've used the red one. I haven't used this particular shade, but I'm really excited. It's not too blue. And then I'll show you the other blush. And then we have this. Oh, this color is just so pretty. Plus it's called Ex-Girlfriend. And if we're a fan of Gwen, we know the song. It might be why I like it so much, but it is a beautiful formula. We've used this before many times here, and yeah, that's definitely in tomorrow's drop. So I'm going to leave you a link here if you want to sign up. Again, not an affiliate link, not making money in any way. Just think it's a really, really cool thing, and it's a fun way to show y'all the C41 in action. So it actually leads into something that somebody asked me today. They said that even when layering the creams and the powders together, their blush is still fading. Let's talk about that. So the first thing I'm going to do, remember, I already have all of my serums on. What can happen is when we put a cream blush on top of a lot of serum, it's going to fade throughout the day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a tiny amount of translucent powder, okay? In fact, that's too much. There we go. Almost to where you can't see it. And we're just going to go ahead and we're going to set. Just get that kind of dried down a little bit. This is going to get wild. Okay, but it's going to work. Long-lasting makeup is layers. Period. So I want to use this shade. Let's grab that. And I know you're thinking, what in the heck is happening? Well, I'm creating layers first. And the more thin powder that can be on your cheek before even the cream, the better. And we're going to go heavy because remember, foundation's still going to go on top of this. This is not a gimmick. We don't do gimmicks. Gimmicks come back and bite you later. Remember that. We don't do the gimmicks because they will come back and bite you. Okay, we look wild, right? Yeah, I know. Stick with me. Stick with me here. Don't you be running away. All right, now we're going to grab this. Remember, we can go from cream to powder. This has no issue because We pick up the product, pick it up, it's on the brush. Now it's just gonna go on our cheek. Okay, now we got our cream layer. And what the cream layer is going to do, it's gonna make it a lot easier for the foundation and the concealer to go on top of it. Yes, the patchiness, completely normal. Still, don't worry about it. I'm gonna pick up more. Don't you even worry. It does not have to look pretty at this step. Even though it does. This color is so pretty. I know that we're seeing it on top of another one. I'm gonna swatch it here for you and then I'll just wipe it off. Look at how pretty that color is. And you can put this on your lips too. That is a gorgeous, blurring, beautiful color. I'm so excited. Shoot, I already have it. Now I wanna sign up for the 213 Deli Drop. I'm gonna use my Laura Mercier foundation today. I have it on the back of my hand. And then I'm gonna have to hop off in just a second. I'm actually gonna go film this technique, but y'all always see it here first because I love y'all so much. And that's just underpainting, but remember, we have the layers to kind of enhance and hold on to. I need y'all to sign your NDAs. Ben's on a call right now, and I know you can hear the squeakings. Woo! The color match. Okay, and then just go on top, just underpainting, but it's just a long-lasting version of underpainting. Because we're still gonna do one more layer on top. But I can tell you, that ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna finish this side and then I'm gonna hop off and film a couple things, but I'll be back. I'll be back in a jiff. I'm gonna use my Kosas concealer. And then I need my concealer brush. Ooh, you can't see that. Where did it go? I swear I just had it last night. This is what happens. I get in these tizzes and I film too much. All right, just a second. Let me go find one. I had to go track this down. Okay, now we're just gonna blend out our concealer like we normally do. And then I'm gonna finish the under eye and show y'all what's going on. And then our eye base underneath there is gonna add more luminosity. It's happening around here. Now this is our last step. We got wet foundation, wet concealer. We're gonna go into this lighter one now. And we're gonna set our blush. And don't be frightened if it looks still a little too pigmented, because the moment we put any kind of setting powder, translucent, anything, it's going to take it down. But you're setting with the powder blush now. You're locking it in. Ooh, and it looks so glowy. Look at that. Ooh. And I don't mean the shine. I mean those layers. You see. You don't just see one flat. Okay? You don't just see this flattened. You see so many different colors and dimensions and layers. I love it. Now once you actually set it, which I should do right now, I'm just going to use my Nakia Joy powder. I actually need to shake it around a little bit. Hang on. Now I'm going to set my under eye first. Make sure your powder's even on your puff. We talk about that all the time. And then see what I was talking about? It's gonna take it down a little bit, but it's so blurred and it's so pretty. And it might seem excessive, but it's only excessive because I talk too much. You can do this in 2 minutes or less. I just talk a lot because I love what I do and I love sharing things and I just love chatting with y'all, and I feel like this is a FaceTime. Okay, let me hop off and I'm gonna go film what I need to film and then I will be back. This difference. Okay, I'm tired. I'm done. Be right back. I'm back. Let's do some bronzing, my Kiko bronzer. My Jean Bean hair. It adds more definition. That cat. I think he's still in here. I think he's not snoring right now. I love this bronzer. I talk about this one all the time. It's just so blurring. And then we found the hidden gem, these, which I'm gonna do a new series on these. I'm gonna swatch all of them. The Kiko double-ended, I can't even remember names. There's too many names. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But I'm excited because I want to wear Candy Yum Yum today. MAC came out with a new formula of lipstick, a more matte one, but with their original colors, and you best believe that's going on my lips today. You best put on your makeup seatbelt. Fun fact. Remember how I just said, I wonder where he is? He's not in here. My mom literally just sent me a picture of him on the bed with her. He is obsessed with my mother. He sleeps with her every single night. And what's really cute is my mom she loves all animals. Don't ever think of her as being turn away an animal. She's never been a cat person. A lot of people are not cat people. But this Gene Bean situation, that little tomcat, he's in her bed 24/7. If he's not here with me, he's with her, and he's mainly with her, and he's obsessed with her, and she's obsessed with him. She carries him everywhere. This cat is almost 20 pounds, and she's just carrying this cat like a baby everywhere. Cutest thing that's ever happened. All right, let's finish our pink accents here. Let's finish them up. I'm cold. Whenever I get cold, I'll put my hair to the front like a cape. So these are from Beauty Creations. This color just makes me so happy because it's matching right here. Let's grab that on another E26. And this is a gel too. I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid right back on. Even if I have to go back, that's fine. And then I'm gonna even it out on the back of my hand. We gotta even that out just a little bit so it's nice and sharp. What you're seeing there is me trying to find my wing. Oh my gosh, it's so delicate and cute. If that's not Valentine's Day, I don't know what is. Whee! So precise. Let's put some on our inner corner. Pretty! Do you want to know a really good way to really tight line your lashes? And this is something I stumbled upon years ago and I love doing it. So remember how we had gel liner on this? By now it is almost dry, but we're still gonna be able to get a lot of pigment out of it, but you're gonna have the most control. You're gonna have more control doing this than you would eyeshadow, liquid liner, even the gel too wet, that almost dry gel, and we're able to tight line like no other. Look at that, it just makes your lashes look fuller. It's so good. So remember that. And just set your brush aside and let it get really nice and dry. Taking a little bit of soft brown on an E27. We'll just go underneath there. Soften that a little bit. Nice. So this new MAC formula is supposed to be more matte. So I'm gonna blot my lip balm that I always sit here and marinate in. Just kind of wipe it away. And there's still a little bit of it there, but I don't want to change this. I don't want to change the formula too much. All right, let's do this. We ready? Oh, it's so pigmented. It's so neon. It's somehow even better than what I remember. My makeup heart is screaming with excitement. Listen, I don't even need a lip liner. I just used it as lip liner and now I'm just cleaning it up a little bit with some powder foundation. No lip liner. No lip liner. They're so pigmented, you don't even need it. I'm kind of blown away and there's so many more colors that we have to try. There's kind of sexy, Mare was in there. Just all the classics. I want to do one of the red ones. I'm excited. Now this isn't going to be long wearing. So if you need something long wearing, this is still going to transfer. It's still a bullet lipstick. I don't want you to think that this is some matte long wear formula. It's not. It's just a very saturated, beautiful homage to their original formula. Now it is cereal time in this house. Fighting with my hair. Cereal time. Okay? It's time for me to go eat my shredded wheat, not the frosted kind. I don't eat that. I eat the original kind. I feel like I'm the only person. Me and Ben love it. And I love you. I'm actually not going to post tonight. And I have a lot of meetings and things tomorrow. So I'm going to try to hop on tomorrow. But if I don't, I'll keep you updated. I've gotten a little busier recently. It's good. And I think it's just because it's the beginning of the year. So don't think it's going to become a habit. But I have to have one day for meetings. They're making me work. I love you all with all of my heart. And I'll see you. I'm definitely going to post tomorrow. And I'm always in the DM. So I don't even want to say see you later because I'm still here. I'm here if you need me. I love you. Bye.